Now next part, that is AD current dynamometer. To understand the AD current type dynamometer, you must understand what is AD current, how is it produced, and next what is the function of AD current. So to understand the AD current and what is the meaning of AD current, consider any kind of rod or any kind of conductor rod, say copper or steel. Uh, Copper and steel and any permanent magnet which should have the south and north pole, and the magnet which is having the magnetic field. Now the copper rod or steel rod consider as a hollow rod, okay, and imagine that you are moving the magnet inside that rod. So what will happen, the magnet is having the magnetic field, and at the time of movement the magnetic field which is generated the side of the magnet which is in contact with the which must in contact at the time of movement, this magnetic field is contacted with the copper rod and the conductor, so that one current is produced or one current is created at the surface of the copper rod or the steel rod, or you can say as a conductor. This current is nothing but the AD current. Now, what is the function of AD current? When AD current is produced, it has some kind of magnetic lines you can consider as a magnetic flux, and it opposes the magnet movement inside the rod. Means what? Whatever the movement or the speed of the magnet which is to and fro, that is a speed, that speed is reduced due to what? The magnetic flux due to AD current. So this is the function of AD current, and same kind of principle here is used, that is the speed reduction through the AD current. Now let us understand AD current type dynamometer. Now figure shows one the rod, okay, you can consider as an engine shaft or the shaft on which the rotor is mounted. It consists of the rotor which made up of again steel or copper. Again the next is the stator, okay, so stator is having the exciting coils, or you can consider as a magnet or exciting coils. So because of that exciting coils, it creates the magnetic field, okay, so this is what the field, and the field is also at the means at the end of the rotors from you can say, you can watch here as well as the here. So when the stator is fitted, and here the stator is fitted with the electromagnet, when the rotor rotates, okay, so when the rotor rotates, it cuts that magnetic field, and due to that cutting action it creates the AD current, and AD current opposes the rotor speed. So say if you give the 100 rpm at the initial level, so due to AD current produced by the movement of the rotor, the speed will be reduced, say at say up to 95 rpm or 90 rpm. And here the torque is measured with the help of the torque arm when the AD current is generated. So when AD current is generated, the torque is measured due to torque gauge. Now in some books the torque gauge is measured, torque gauge is mentioned. In some books torque arm is there. So at the end of the arm the torque gauge is provided. Now see this figure. Now this figure is having again the stator force and the rotor. Now here the cooling water is required for the cooling action because of the AD current, and there is a speed rotation, speed reduction. So it can be heated. There will be the overheating. So for the maintaining the temperature, the cooling water is required. Cooling water is applied. Now see the stator poles are here, and the rotor. So rotor maybe the toothed wheel, or the rotor is having the blades, and these four poles are nothing but the four poles means having the exciting coils or the magnet, and the supply is given to these stator poles, that is DC supply. So as rotor rotates, it cuts the field, and because of the AD current generation the speed will be reduced, and this speed will be reduced, and the torque is measured here at the torque gauge. Now this part is known as a torque arm, and this is the torque gauge. So whatever the speed reduction takes place, and due to which the torque is generated, that torque is measured here in the torque gauge, and the brake power is calculated by using the formula 2 pi nt by 60. Now here it is nothing but the working principle of AD current dynamometer. The advantages here, they are compact and the versatile, means you can measure power in various ranges. It can measure the high power output at all speed. Now this is the most important advantage. It can measure the high power output at all speed. So there are the less frictional parts. So these are used to test the automobiles as well as the aero engines. So these are this is very important type of dynamometer. Uh, so that it can important dynamometer. These are used for the test automobiles. That's why in everywhere in automobile section, automotive section, and in aero engine section, these types of dynamometer is used to measure the torque. And the limitation is it requires some cooling arrangement since AD current generates heat. So as I told here, because of the AD current, because of the cutting action and AD current generation, there will be the heat generation in the system. So for maintaining the temperature, the cooling water is required. So this is nothing but the simple AD current type dynamometer which is used in the automobile section and the aero engine section. I hope you understand this. That is AD current. So first understand what is AD current, what is the function of AD current, and then understand the AD current dynamometer. So if you understand AD current, then you can understand AD current dynamometer. I hope you understand this. So like this video,